Welcome all to our Top Cut 8 match. First match, round 7. Welcome on in. Our Top Cut 8, if you guys don't know, our Top Cut are from bottom to the top. We got Robert M, Dustin M, on stream Alex, Frieza, Freza, Alex Cervantes, Gerardo, Eduardo here on stream playing that Dragapult Blaziken EX. Anthony's also in our top seed, Desiree D with Festival Lead. It is an open deck list like regionals here for our Top Cut 8 as they get ready with their hands, with everything set up and ready to play. Looks like they are out to start. Are you ready to start here? All right, they have 75 minutes, an hour and 15 on the clock. Good luck as they are ready to start. All right. Good luck. They are ready to start. They have an hour and 15. They are going to flip. We have the Dreepy and the Zoroark. So these are the top 2 decks in the meta at the moment. Very surprising. Very kind of a little bit of a varied. The most decks that we see, we have 3 Zoroark decks coming in, 2 Dragapult decks, 2 which are varied. We have, and then of course our fringe decks here. Festival Lead, Cynthia's Garchomp as we saw from Dustin last round, and 2 Cannon Wellspring. Just some good old Terra box. Very fun. Love to see the nickname already. Absolutely. Alex, Frieza, Freza coming on down. Repping the store against Eduardo. Eduardo got a legend to win against here. Let us start with Pokepadding twice for some Zoroas and a Dunsparce. Or, sorry, Dunsparce. This Top Cut, y'all. Best of the best. So, we have both of our basic Pokemon we grabbed up with the Pokepads. We're going to play them. Dunsparce, Zorua. We're going to attach an energy to turn. Where are we attaching this for Alex? To the active Zorua. Maybe not. Or we have some Ultra Ball here. Licking these cards. Smooth, clean. And then we're going to scratch the Dreepy, dealing some damage. Going into Eduardo's turn. Eduardo goes to turn. Very surprising. He was able to get 1 energy, could not get anything else. Got the Dracloak and then the Lilies. That could have been a game 1 wipe right there. All right, grabbing up the top 8. Then we're going to Recon Directive. Ultra Ball away our Rare Candy and a Dark Energy. So Eduardo is on Monkey Dory here. We're going to grab up a Badoo with it. Now we're going to start with do our Recon Directive. Grabbing up 1 card to the bottom, 1 card on top. Put it into our hand. We're going to retreat and put up the Badoo to Itchy Pollen here. dealing some extra damage as well with that weakness. Passing back over to Alex. Alex draws for turn. We got the Dunsparce. We're going to draw a good amount of cards this turn. Seeing 4 cards total with a Zekrom in hand. Hopefully we get to find our... There is our Zoroark. We can evolve immediately our Zora in the active zone, healing it a little bit, as well as giving us our trade ability, our card draw engine. Let's start by trading away the Ultra Ball to draw 2. Got another Zoroark to evolve. Trade into a trade. Discarding the Buddy Buddy. Ends, Castle, and a Boss. Can attach for turn. We can get the Zekrom down and boss up the... Yep, we boss up the Dracloak to immediately to try to knock it out, denying Eduardo a Dragapult EX. Yep, absolutely knocked out right there. Even scred it just to be sure we can attack next turn. That scratch did wonders. Thank you, Enzora. Back over to Eduardo. He's going to be trying to rebuild from that big hit to the best of his abilities. Buddy Buddy Poffin, we're going to grab up a Torchic and Dreepy. There's the Blaziken line, at least the start of it, and let's Lilies once again. Hopefully to grab up another Dracloak and evolve the Dreepy that we have on field. Of course we can Badoo, sorry. We can Badoo, Itchy Pollen, the Zoroark here. Be able to have Alex be under it. No items. Didn't need the items though. Just needed those trade abilities. Buddy Buddy Poffin for another Torchic and Dreepy. Then Pokepad, grabbing up the Dracloak. Do we only have the one Dracloak? Do we only have 2 Dracloaks right now? One has already been knocked out. The other one we searched for. Do we have 2 Dracloaks in prizes? We just pollen here and pass the turn. No evolution. Don't want to get bossed up again. It looks to be a hero cape. Hero's cape. Ultra Ball, Ends Castle. Buddy Buddy. We're going to trade away our items. They are dead right now. Zorua. We grab up and a Pecharunt. Got our free retreat here. We also do have our Ends Castle, so we don't really need the Pecharunt right now. If anything, it might be an emergency one. Might want to stick to one onto the field in preparation for it to either be knocked out for Pecharunt or bumped for Ends Castle. Let's start trading. We're going to trade away the Ultra Ball. It looks to be. No. Trade away the supporter that we had. Or no, Stadium. That's the Stadium. Ends Castle. We already have the Pecharunt in hand, so I guess we're just going to use it as trade fodder. And then as our supporter for turn, nope. Our supporter is the Machinations. Zerosix Machinations. We're going to make him discard down to 3 cards, so half his hand's gone, out of the way. Alex said if he's denying me my resources with this Itchy Pollen, I'm going to deny him with some discard. Blaziken, Lilies, and Meowth EX all discarded. Then we're going to use Scred to knock out and get another prize card. Alex Freza is down 2 prize cards, 4 total. Lestra Cloak, evolve, and start going for some recon directives. We're going to put a bosses to the bottom. We have another Dracloak. Okay, so we didn't have just the 2. Lucky. And then Unfair Stamp Alex's hand. Shuffle it away. And Eduardo's going to shuffle his. Alex is going to just draw 2 cards. While Eduardo gets 5. With that new hand, let's start out with a Ultra Ball. Still game 1. We are in round 7 here. I'm going to start up a prediction in the chat, y'all. Alex has a pretty good lead at this moment, but could turn around at any moment with Dragapult. Let's start up a prediction, see who's going to win. You guys have 5 minutes. Put it on in. Put your channel point bets in to see who's going to win. Eduardo using a rare candy to get a Blaziken. Blaziken EX. Blaziken EX has Seething Spirit. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy from your discard to one of your Pokemon. Then Smolder Salt for 200 damage during your next turn. It can't attack. So this is a way for us to cheat our energy costs. Alex leaning over, adjusting the seat here. Cheat our energy costs. We're going to do a Dawn here to get up all 3 stages of Pokemon. Basic, Stage 1, and a Stage 2 Pokemon. We're going to add a Pheasantipity onto the board. We're going to use its ability to draw 3 cards, as Badoo did get knocked out. Kabuskin evolved. We're going to use the Seething Spirit and attach. And then we're going to use the Dracloak's attack. Just hit for a bit. Moving over to Freza's turn. We did get the Petch. But no energy acceleration here. We're hoping to grab, I believe, at least try to draw into either energy acceleration or a Lilies to get a full hand, to get a full grip. But let's start trading away. Got a Dunsparce here. Trade away a Yveltal that we drew to draw another 2. Got a Zorua and I believe an energy there, basic energy. I'm going to put out the Dunsparce. Attach an energy onto Zoroark. We're going to do the Thunder, knocking out the Dracloak. Going down to 3 prize cards. As Eduardo is going to promote the Blaziken EX. We have softened up this Zoroark quite a bit. I believe it is now in range of Blaziken's 200 damage attack here. Attach our energy with Blaziken, attach for turn. Use Pheasantipity, flipping the script. Got the red card. We're going to count the card. Yeah, 4 cards in hand. Is it worth using the red card right now? He goes down 1, but you don't see those cards that he has. Does he like the cards is the question in Eduardo's head. I don't think it's too important. We're going to put down a Monkey Dory. We have a Lilies in hand. That is for the Dragapult Mirror. Then red card, shuffle the hand, put it on the bottom. And then we're going to draw 3. Got an energy for the backline Zoroark. Eduardo takes a look through the yard. See what's left. Has yet to take a single prize card in this matchup. But we could see a big explosive turn if we get our Dracloak ready. Crispin's going to grab us up a Dark Energy and a Fire Energy. Putting probably the Dark Energy onto the Monkey. Crispin onto the Dracloak. And we're just going to hit for knockout here as we get up our 2 prize cards. Back over to Alex's turn. Drawing a card, getting into Dunsparce. And drawing 3. We're seeing the power of the card draw and card selection that Alex really enjoys. With Zoroark, adding on to that with the Dunsparce card draw. Majority of the time, Zoroark itself is the card draw in the Zoroark deck. With stuff like Monkey Dory as backup. I think he's cut some Monkey Dory, and he's cut some... He has cut some Monkey Dory, and he has cut some of his other cards here. Got some Zoroarks here. Replacing it. Start doing some trade ability. Definitely attach per turn still. There it is. 320 health on this Blaziken, but doesn't matter. We're going to boss up the Monkey. Ends PP up, attaching onto Zoroark in the back, getting it ready to also attack with Zekrom, and let us get rid of that Monkey Dory. Getting another prize card, down to 2 prize cards remaining, getting his 3rd prize card there. Third to last. That was the 4th. Eduardo, you drew a card. You have in your hand some energy available. No Monkey to attach that Dark Energy to. Can do the Somersault or Smolder Salt because it did get boss back, so therefore it can attack again. Is forgotten all of its attacks effects here. Resets it. We have the Pheasantipity to draw a couple cards. He has yet to use it. Running out of cards in the deck. Play the Ruins. Risky Ruins. Non-dark Pokemon enter with 2 damage counters on it. We're going to Night Stretcher up the Monkey Dory back onto the field with 2 damage counters. We're going to attach the Dark Energy onto it. Not quite enough damage to get to this Zoroark. Zoroark is yet to stop it, but we're going to get up the Zekrom instead to knock out. Don't even need the damage counters moved over. We're going to use its ability to put an energy onto Dracloak and knock out the Zekrom. 3 prize cards remaining for Eduardo. Frieza Frezza now has no backline attackers. Could see Reshiram come down to replace the Zekrom, most likely. But it's not quite enough to knock out anything without a bosses. And I don't think we have a bosses in hand either. Move over our Zoroark. Place the Reshiram. And then we're going to Ultra Ball away a Lilies. Got Cyrano here to get a Pecharunt EX if we needed. Trade. We're going to trade away the Lily. Or not the Lily. The item here. The Ultra Ball. Still no boss. Trade away the copy of Lily. To draw 2 again. There we are. Then we're going to Night Stretcher back the Zekrom. Put it onto the field. Then we're going to boss up the Pheasantipity. And that is the last ones as the Zekrom attack is available to use. Perfect. All the way through. That is Frieza Frezza's game 1 here as we reset. Going into game 2 with 50 minutes still left on the clock. Alex leans over. Give him a head pat, y'all. Give him a head pat as he leans over. All right, as they shuffle on up, this is an exciting top cut 8, y'all. Don't know how the other games are going. If you guys want, I mean, I do know how the other games are going because you guys do want. I'm going to put in the bracket for tonight. I'm going to pin it onto our board here. Let me open up our top deck. There we are. Here's the bracket, y'all. And let's pin that. There you guys go. Pinned is our bracket. Going to be there for, let's say, 60 minutes. 30 minutes. There we are. You guys can take a look at the bracket here. No games have been recorded quite yet. They are still going on, probably just as fast. If anything, we have probably the fastest table here between Eduardo and Alex. All right. They are going to start us out with a Mirror Monkey Dory up on the front. and attaching a dark energy onto the Monkey Dory in preparation to retreat it, or sorry, fire energy onto the Monkey Dory in preparation to retreat it, or we're gonna get a psychic energy onto it to deal some damage and confuse our opponents. Monkey Dory on Alex is gonna get a dark energy as Alex is going to Lily's Determination here. Top 8. Take a look. Got some Zoruas. Perfect. With some Buddy Poffins we can use as a flex slot to go ahead and get some Dunsparces instead. So we're going to get probably 3 Zoruas onto the field with as Dunsparce for the future draw. Do we even have the Dunsparce actually to do it? I think we do. We're going to grab it up onto the field. Put them down. Put down the other 2. Oh, before, we're going to Pokepad, sorry. Grab up probably Zekrom or Reshiram. The Dunsparce instead to get ready next turn. Hopefully Eduardo does not get the unfair red stamp against Alex. Alex is probably hoping to keep this Dunsparce. Not quite yet. Not quite done yet. Zorua. Dunsparce, Reshiram, Monkey Dory. I'm saying gibberish. Alright, back over to Eduardo. Looking at a full bench and field across from him. Puts down a Badoo. Retreats the Monkey Dory for it. Absolutely stacked turn 1. A Cyrano looks great right now in Alex's hands. Let's see it. Alright, the Dunsparce. First, attach a dark energy onto Zorua. Yep. And then are we going to Lily's? We have a boss's orders. Do you want to risk it? Looks like we're just going to Lily's here for the full 8 cards. Oh my word, this hand is absolutely stacked here. Lily's for 3 Zoro easy. Yeah, that's fair. You're right. We just Lily. We get the 3 Zoros off Lily. There's the 8. Zoro. Zoroark. Almost. He had the 3. But we're going to be able to trade for more. Are we just keeping it in our hand? Are we just going to keep the Zoroark in the hand or trade away? We will play the Zoroark onto our Zorua. Let's start trading, y'all. Trade. First one is going to be a Buddy. Let's draw 2. There's the Ultra Ball. We can get the 3rd Zoroark if we wanted. I see what you've done for others. I want that for me. That's fair. I love my Zoroark. I mean, Zoroark right now is pretty much the meta deck to beat between Gerardo and both of the Alexes in the top cut 8. We do have 3 Zoroark decks being played, 2 Dragapults, a Festival Lead, Cynthia's Garchomp, and a Toucanon Wellspring. Terra Box. We pass the turn after that. Eduardo's going to go to turn. We're going to get a Clefairy and attach. And we're going to Itchy Pollen once again. Don't even need the items, Alex says. Don't even need them. That just makes my brain clearer to discard them. All these items say discard, draw 2. We're going to attach our energy for turn onto Zoroark EX. Get a Ends Castle for that free retreat. And then we can start swapping between some Reshiram and Zekrom's attacks. We're going to discard, draw 2. Use it again. Trade away the Okapad. We're going to heal up our Monkey Dory to deal 20 onto the Clefairy. Boss's order up the Clefairy. And then retreat Monkey Dory for Zoroark. Ends Castle for that free retreat again. And let's knock out the Clefairy, getting our first 2 prize cards from Alex. Eduardo on the back foot right now with a Badoo in the front lines. Getting absolutely the damage, the incremental damage from that Itchy Paw and just getting negated by this Monkey Dory here. We're going to attach our energy for turn into our benched Zoroark. We have the boss's orders again to get rid of some Monkey Dories, but Eduardo has not been able to draw into anything. He's what the kids call... He is dead in the water. He is cooked, some would say. We trade away again. We trade away. We attach the Hero's Cape just for insurance. And we wish we had the Zekrom in play, but we can. We're going to boss up the Monkey Dory. No need for Badoo. And knock it out again, taking another prize card, going down to 3. And Eduardo scoops to that, and he could not draw into anything. He go to a turn, drew into nothing, had the Lilies ball, and just could not get there. That was a very tough matchup, but Alex Freza gets it in round 7 for our top cut 8. First to finish here as well. Absolutely stacked right there. That game was oppressive and a half. Good job to Alex as he got it 2-0. That's Pokemon. That's the way Pokemon goes. So says our table judge, Paul. Good job. Clean games. We will be right back for some more Top Cut 8. We have 3 more tables going on, finishing on up. Don't forget to check out our website, natural20gaming.com, and also check out the other stores sponsoring this event. You guys will see them on the BRB screen, but allow me to list them out for you right here and right now. Of course, we have thank you to Darkside Games for contributing to tonight's event. Thank you to Legacy Sports Cards and Legacy Trading Cards. Of course, thank you to the Many Realms, all 3 of them. The Many Realms Hub, the Many Realms Lair, and Many Realms Arena. Thank you to Little Spectacles as well. Thank you to Trading Card Garage. Thank you to Sweet Pools. We have a lot of people coming from who these are their home LGSs, repping them with merch, their shirts. We have merch, by the way. Just let you know, Natural 20 Gaming. You guys should probably go and get some stuff. But thank you guys. We'll be right back for our semi-finals round, round 8. As we're going to see Alex move on, knocking out Eduardo here. But good job to top 8. As you get top 8 just gets a lot of stuff, so it's all good. All right, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Stick on by as we get the other 3 matches finished. Welcome on back to semifinals of the Pokestop Invitational. Let's put that in here. Semi-finals here. We have in the room today, as they are doing their deck checks, or as they're doing their open team sheet look at, they have 2 minutes, they're looking at that. Let me introduce you guys to 2 of the homegrown Natural 20 guys. We got Gerardo Miramontes on some Zoroark EX against our undefeated top slot, top seed, Des Diaquino on Festival Lead. Desiree has fought to the top slot and is still trying to go for it. All of our top 4 have already guaranteed themselves a box of pitch black for them. Our other, as you guys saw, Freza against someone else on stream that you guys saw as well, Anthony Sasso. That is, of course, an Enzor deck versus a Dragapult EX. As all of our other players, good job, have been knocked out and got themselves a whole bunch of packs. Absolutely amazing. They're finishing up their list here as we take a look. And again, thank you guys so much for joining us for Pokestop Invitational. Our top cut here, semifinals. It's been a long road today, long road, and we've been here for quite some time. And we have some interesting decks in our top cut. Absolutely interesting. As we kind of expected, you know, we had that 3 Enzorarks here up in our top slot against, of course, some Dragapults as well, showing their show of the meta. But the Toucannon Wellspring, Cynthia's Garchomp, and a Dragapult got knocked out. They're going to be starting up to set on up. They'll be on a separate. So Dez gets to choose, because top seed, on whether to go first, and Dez chooses to go first here. All right, so Gerardo has unfortunately not gotten, and Dez is going to get a mulligan. Oh my word, guys. You guys excited about this one? Our top slot, Dez, going to try to defend against Gerardo. We haven't seen... Oh, no, we've seen Gerardo. Yeah, we've seen Gerardo in here. What am I talking about? I believe he was running a tome, for the transformation tome version of Zoroark here. Showing up, showing what's going on here, of course. Oh, I forgot to publish. There we go. All right, they're going to get their hands on going. Again, thank you guys to the sponsors of tonight, by the way. Of course, Darkside, Trading Card Garage, Legacy, Little Spectacles, all of Many Realms, and Sweet Pulls. All right, good luck to our players, as they have an hour and 15 minutes on the timer. Good luck as they flip over into an Applin and Zorua, mirroring each other. As we just put down a Grookey and an Energy and pass the turn back over to Gerardo. Gerardo flips through the hand. We have going for a Buddy here. Start on things. Go get it. Fitz putting on in. As you guys know, the players... Sorry, let's choose an outcome. So let us get our people paid out here. Let's start up another prediction for round 8. Who will win the semifinals? We have, of course, Dez, D, and Gerardo. All right, they have 5 minutes on for the predictions. Put them on in. Put them on in. Another 100 bits from Fitz. Heck yeah, Jerry all the way. Absolutely. Put in your dice. Put in your dice. See who's going to go home with the boxes. Gerardo and Dez. So Gerardo is going to mimic himself with 2 Zoruas onto the field with a buddy, or with some Pokepads. As he gets a Darumaka onto the field with it. And then Lilies for a fresh 8. Always good to see a Lilies on these early turns. Makes it so that way we're safer to dump out our hands, get a lot of stuff to play, and have a good, varied game plan. Able to pivot in any which way we might need. We could be seeing a mirror match coming in the finals if Gerardo wins against and if Alex Freza wins. Or we could see a very opposite weird match with Dragapult versus Festival Lead, or again another Festival Lead versus Zoroark, knocking out these dark types one by one. It does have weakness, so Dez is going to be capitalizing on that grass type weakness that all these dark types have, because Bug is grass type, so in dark and Bug see in dark. Anyways. But essentially what Dez is going to be trying to do is capitalize on that, getting some early picks in with the festival grounds, with the festival lead. So because we have that Applin, we're going to be seeing a Diplin hopefully coming down with a festival grounds with it. That way we can knock out both the Zoroas and two Zoroas in one go, trying to get that double prize card before the Zoroarks even come out. Said, guys, put in your channel point bets. We're about 2.5 minutes, about halfway through the time limit on channel point bets, on channel point predictions. And we're not even 4 minutes into the match. Gerardo equips a Dark Energy onto Zorua. Puts out a Monkey Dory and passes the turn back to Dez. Dez draws. Evolves into Diplin. Gets a Thwacky on with it. Going first never felt so good. Thank you for the follow, Breezy. And Pokepad. What do we Pokepad for? Pokepad for a Goldeen. We Pokepad for another Groupie. Pokepad for another Applin. Looks like Dez is doing a prize check. This is the first time she's able to search the deck. So we're getting a prize check done. Seeing if we have everything we need to win the game. So we're going to grab up a Shaman with that, of course. That Shaman is going to be stopping that damage from the Darumaka. So seeing that Darumaka be put into the field, Dez pivoted over to grab Shaman in order to be a bit more defensive against the Flame Body Cannon of Darmanitan. Secret Box. Secret Box away for 3 cards and grab 4 cards. We're in a secret box. So, we're going to grab up 4 cards, one of each trainer type, stadium, supporter, Poketool, and item. As we grab up all those. And we Thwacky at the same time. Grabbing up absolutely any card we would want. We're going to use the Thwacky to grab up... Oh, no, we're going to use Buddy Boffin. I think she... Okay, no, she Thwackied for the secret box and then used the secret box. That's right, that's right. I was looking away. I was reading card. And then we grabbed the Buddy to grab Goldeen and another Grookey. And the Festival Grounds at the same time. Lily's Determination. Stacked turn 2 right here. Everything set up for a pretty big 8-hand... into an absolute control over the board. We're going to be doing a double knockout here pretty much, or almost a double knockout, as we have stacked up, and we're going to be doing the wave Diplin here. Showing, here we are, Diplin here with do the wave, 20 damage per bench, per one of your benched Pokemon. So we do 80 damage times 2 with that weakness to the Zorua. More than enough to knock it out. And then Gerardo's going to be putting up probably either a Monkey Dory or a Darumaka. Okay, now we're going to do 100 damage. Probably the Monkey Dory due to it not having weakness and it going down to 10 HP instead of getting knocked out. Of course, Gerardo could also put up the Darumaka to just get it off the bench, as it is now Kind of useless against the Shaman. Yep, so he's gonna knock out the Zorua and pull up the Monkey Dory, and then 100 damage onto that. We pass the turn. Oh, it looks like actually we just do the 1 damage. Because he put up the Monkey Dory, we don't do the other one. It is a may use an attack it has twice. But we're not, so we're just going to use it once. Okay, are going to play this Ultra Ball here. Figure out what we're discarding. We have an Yveltal with a Dark Energy onto it. This is taking the first Bride card. Ultra Ball away, a Transformation Tome. Yeah, we were seeing that he was running Transformation Tome and a Binding Mochi in order to hopefully grab the first Zoroark of many. Or the Petch. We got the Petch. Grabbing it up, putting it on to the field, perhaps? That way we can free promote our Yveltal and start doing some clutch damage. Yep, play that Petch. We're going to boss up the Shaman and put up the Yveltal. That Yveltal with clutch 20 damage. It is not poisoned, too, with that Festival Grounds. Pokemon with energy attached to it can't be affected by special conditions. So, we're going to promote it for free. Don't even have to poison it as we clutch the Shaman in the front line. Not going to be able to retreat. Dez is going to evolve into a Thwackey, playing a Pokepad, and let's start searching for a Pokemon. Probably a Diplin for the back line, getting a spare one ready, and all set. This is pretty much going to be forcing us to set up here. Oh, we're going to Arven? Right now. That is not an Arven. Arven's out of meta. What was that? It just kind of like breezed past. It was a Kieran. There we go. Yes, it was. Yeah, you're right. I just searched up. I just searched up her deck list. But yeah, that was a Kieran. Switching our active Pokemon with one of our bench Pokemon. It just flew by too quick for me to see it. I also didn't know how to spell Kieran. So I guess pretty sure it's Kieran. Forget how to spell it. So, yeah, we are forced to set up here pretty much, but instead we were able to get the Kieran, switching out our Pokemon forcefully and knocking out again. Taking a prize card, going down to 4. Baroda's turn. We are Cyrano, 4 Fez, and 2 Zoroarks. We're going to be drawing and taking a look at 7 cards here, hopefully grabbing up a Darmanitan, promoting up our Zorua, and trying to knock out some of the Pokemon. It's going to be a little harder, especially with Shaman here, not allowing that Flame Body Cannon to do its maximum damage. But maybe Gerardo will also draw into a Transformation Tome to get rid of this Darmanitan, or Darmaka, for something a little better, something a little easier to do. Unless we have a boss's orders, but we already used our Cyrano, so. So let's start trading away our Monkey Dory. Shaman does have 80 HP. Kind of a tough cookie here for a basic Pokemon to knock out. Put that Fez down and start drawing another 3. Putting it down, drawing another 3. Got a Zoroark, an Energy, and a Lilies. At least Energy up that Zoroark in the back line. We can promote it and at least deal some damage. But not quite enough. Put a Monkey Dory attached for turn. An Energy for turn. Preparing for some damage to be hit. And we pass the turn. Dez draws a card. Fully set up here with 2 Thwackies, a Seeking for backup card draw and damage. And then our 2 Diplins, of course, dealing the damage. The weakness here is absolutely debilitating for Gerardo here. Not able to really safely move up any of these Zoroarks. Trying to force Dez to use boss's orders if she wants to get rid of them. Gerardo's looking through the discard. There's the boss. What do I see? Using the boss, having to force her to use that boss's orders. I believe Diplin's going to be trying to knock out the Zoroark. Let's bug catching set here. Get as much of our turn through here as possible before we start knocking things out. Grab up a Rellor and another Diplin. I think we were hoping to grab Energy in that case, actually. Start attaching that to Seeking and getting it ready. And then swing twice for KO. That's going to be 2 more prize cards on Dez's field. 2 left. Miramontes, Gerardo has yet to see a single prize card here. We're going to promote the Fez. Flip the script, drawing 3. Trade, drawing 2 more. What are we looking for, guys? What are we looking for? We're looking for some damage dealing. Are we looking away to get rid of the Shaman? Are we looking for a stall to stop Dez from just getting the game in this next turn? We're in a secret box away. A Zorua, Lily's Determination. Take a look through our yard to see if we can't discard something. Might be the last. And a Zoroark. And then start looking through for an item, Poketool, and Stadium and Supporter. There's our item, or sorry, Poketool. Our item is a Night Stretcher. Arvin? Cute. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know why I thought Arvin. I heard Anne. I heard Ren, right? Like, she just tossed it into the thing and I couldn't see what the art was. So I thought it was, I don't know why it just went to Arvan for some reason. It's like, okay, I guess that's it. That's out of rotation. It's been out of rotation for quite some time. All right, Yveltal onto our bench, attaching up the Dark Energy and moving in End's Castle in place. Surprised we moved the Festival Grounds out of it. We're planning on promoting the Yveltal. Special red card. Putting it on the bottom, making her draw 3. But it kept it around to keep the poison off. Unless we're binding Mochi. And we're gonna clutch here. Dealing another 20 damage and putting a poison counter onto, or putting a poison damage counter onto Yveltal. Bells. Festival Grounds. Yveltal heals from poison. Because when Festival Grounds plays, all special conditions are healed, and special conditions can't be put onto Pokemon or aren't affected by special condition. Guys, gonna Lily's here, grabbing up a 6. Luckily for her, that red card at least got 3 or at least 4 cards. Maybe our draw was pretty good here that we could bounce back from. Lily's Festival Ground into a bug catching set. Looking up our top 7 for some grass energy or grass Pokemon. Let's grab up 2 Applin and a Baruki. Mad respect, you would pull off the Yveltal monkey trick versus Shaman board. I mean, it's weird. I think Gerardo is kind of trying here with putting some damage counters onto Yveltal. We're just going to pass the turn, keeping Shaman up front. Don't have a way of getting it off. Luckily for Dez, healing that condition meant less damage because we could see the Binding Mochi maybe in a desperate move to be put onto Yveltal to knock out the Shaman. So no poison for Yveltal. But we End's Castle. No End's Pokemon to retreat right now yet, but maybe in the future. Maybe in a second. We only have 1 Zoroark available for trade in a Fez. That might be able to draw his card if this Yveltal does happen to get knocked knocked out. But right now we're going to just continue this retreat lock stall with this shaman up front. We're going to use a trade ability, discarding a transformation tome, drawing 2. Can we draw into a transformation tome? That'd be so funny if we did. We're going to retreat the Veltal for free, but then Petra running back up to give it poison once again. Making Dez use every festival ground, replacing them with End's castles as much as possible. Then we're going to, of course, clutch the Shaman, keeping it up top here. Ultra Ball away 2 cards, like the Grookey and Applin that we searched for. Wrapping up a Thwacky. Maybe we're just kind of deck thing right now. Dez passes here. Shaman still stuck up front. The clutch stall versus do they draw switch game is chicken. Each peak Pokemon. Absolutely. Yeah, right now it is stalled out. Dez stuck at 2 prize cards, and this Shaman's going to be knocked out here soon. I mean, now we have the Monkey Dory to heal and knock out the Shaman for free. So we're going to heal that 3, knock out the Shaman, I think. He's playing around with it. And there it is, knocked out. We promote the Seeking. Equip on to our Zoroark. Ends PP up another energy. It is ready with the Darmanitan on the back line. Pecharunt is ready to promote that Zoroark and start dealing some damage. Bosses orders up the Applin. At least one of them. Petch. Use its ability. And we are going to promote. Yep, there's the Zoroark coming on in. Poisoned. And Flame Body. 90 and 90 to both the Diplins. Gerardo finally taking his couple of prize cards here in quite a turnaround of a turn. Seeking being left up. Come on, Dez. We got 2 Thwackies on the field with a festival lead still in play. We can at least get something started back up. Boom Boom Groove can grab us up. Yep, we're going to grab up some Applin. We're going to play out a Grookey and Applin from our hand, too. That's been just sitting there, ready for when this time comes. Thwacky. First search. Grabbing up, I think, the Ultra Ball. Able to see it. Counting up. Ultra Ball. And then Night Stretcher. Looks like we failed to find. Night Stretcher, Shaman back up. And then we're going to do another search here with the other Thwacky. And final battle. So Gladion's final battle deals an extra 80 damage twice. And that is knockout against the Zoroark, as Seeking, with 60 damage plus another 80 times 2, is able to get it. Game 1. There we go. Dez grabs up game 1. Oh my word. The comeback of the century. Gerardo almost had it there, but Dez built back up and was able to find and empty out the hand for the Gladion's final battle with the Thwacky. A new card that we got to see. Gladion's final battle. 80 more damage this turn for attacks, but it has to be the last one. Buff Fish. Absolutely buff Fish. They're going to shuffle up and get things ready. Good time, too. 46 minutes in. Not too shabby. It is a best of 3. Well, as they shuffle on up here, thank you guys again for joining us for the Pokemon Pokestop Las Vegas Invitational Top 4. And of course, yeah, semifinals, top 8 cut, semifinals. That makes sense. That makes sense. Top 4 here. A lot of big hitters today. I'll have you know that out of all of the packs that have been opened today, we already have someone who has opened not only the gold, wonderfully golden rare Mega Greninja EX, but at the same time, one pack later, opened a SIR Mega Darkrai. So, and that was wonderful top 8 player Alex Cervantes, as he pulled open some heat, some actual heat. Very fun. You'll be hopefully seeing that on socials from a bunch of the shops and a bunch of the people here. All right, let's start us out. Yveltal and Applin up in front. Gerardo choosing to go first here with a Secret Box, discarding an Ultra Ball, Meowth EX. And a Petch. Ooh, this is a very hard one, true. And the Zorua. All right, we have the Buddy Poffin in hand to get up some Zoruas, so it's perfectly fine to just discard this here. Let's grab up a Stadium, an item, a supporter, and a Poketool. There's the Stadium. There's the item. There's the supporter. No, never mind. That's not the supporter. Well, there's the Poketool. Yep, we grab up the lilies. Poketool here, or Pokepad. For a Darumaka. Can't search that with the Buddy Poffin has 80 HP. And then Buddy for the Zoruas. Add that Darumaka. I'm probably going to keep the Ends Castle close to hand just in case. For when Dez does play the Festival Grounds, we can bump it. Unless we're going to play it now. Get the Petch, and Lily's away. Careful there. Careful there. Gerardo is going first. Can't do that yet. Gerardo's a little too lost in the sauce. Lily's can't go that way. Alright. We pass it over back to Dez. We have the setup. Dez knows what's going to be happening next turn. Secret Box pretty much shows that setup. Meantime, Dez, we're going to Budge Catching set for a Grookey and a Basic Energy. Grookey onto the field. Basic Energy, nope, Pokepad. Grabbed on up. Shaman. Ultra Ball away, a Bandle, and Thwacky to grab up a Goldeen. Start shuffling away. Sounds like Dez is just going to pass after that. Surprised we don't grab the Diplin to knock out the Clutch Machine Yveltal with our energy that we got. But wait on that. Moving over to Gerardo's turn, playing out a Lily's, getting a fresh 8. We also have our Zoroark out. Probably grab up another Zoroark in the meantime. That way we can hopefully see 12 cards here. Here's the 8. Trade. First trade, discarding an energy. And then we got our Zoroark number 2. Shall use it, discarding a Buddy. Drawing 2. Seen 12 cards this whole turn. Monkey Dory being hesitant to put it down, and we are now sure. Pecharunt. Oh, free retreat the Yveltal. Never mind, Pecharunt can't do that. Free retreat the Yveltal. And then we pass the turn after attaching an energy onto it. Patching over to Dez, we're grab an Applin. And a Grookey with a Buddy Buddy. Because we're going to go back in. Thwacky. And a switch for Goldeen and Applin. And now we can Boom Boom Groove to grab up some cards. We're going to grab up a card and attach for turn our energy and then Lilies. Perfect full 8 here. Dump in the hand. Festival's Leaves' ability to dump its hand is one of its best parts, and that's why Gladion's final battle was a perfect slot in. It's like a 1 of or 2 of. Pretty sure it's just a 1 of here. As it can pretty easily dump its hand with all of these items. Pokepad. Have our Festival Grounds. We're going to grab up. So we have our Seeking and we have our Diplin. We're looking very similar to last turn's board state. Last turn's winning, or last game's board state, and last game's winning board state, specifically with 2 Diplins soon, 2 Thwackies soon, a Shaman, and a Seeking. We're going to do that draw here. We're going to knock out the Monkey Dory and draw 4 cards. The Veltal is promoted. Start trading away. Bosses for that Shaman could be quite nice. Trade away again. A Tatsugiri for draw 2. Got the bosses. We didn't have one early, we definitely have one now. Yeah. Ends Castle. Bump the Festival Ground. Petch here. So free retreat Petch. Give it a counter, and we're going to boss up the Shaman to clutch it. Putting a damage counter onto the Veltal. Very similar, but this time it's a little bit more early on. Is able to get a Thwacky, Diplin, it's almost there. Secret Box, away a Rellor, and a Bug Catching Set, and another Applin. To grab up a Kieran. Our 1-up Kieran, pretty much. A free retreat here. Brave Bengal, Festival Grounds. And lastly, for our item. A Sacred Ash. Sacred Ash here. Shuffle up to 5 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. Festival Ground, bump the Ends Castle. Kieran. Avoiding the retreat lock. We're going to put Seeking up. It's online. It's able to attack and draw us 4 cards and knock out the Yveltal. Festival Ground was played, so no more poison here. That's what Gerardo was doing. Grabbing up the poison counter. So we Thwacky, Boom Boom Groove twice. Got rid of 2 cards. And then KO. Rapid draw. Promote up Darumaka. And go to turn. All right, Gerardo. So we have 2 card draw engine. We have two pieces of our card draw engine. Zoroark on the field. This is our only card draw engine. We've seen a whole bunch, especially when it's kind of a battle between like Cloak, Zoroark, and Dunsparce. We've seen the combo of Dunsparce and Zoroark here. It's what I believe Alex Freza was running. So it's going to be interesting. See how he's doing against a Dragapult right now. You can actually maybe take a look. Their game is still going. Either way. So we're going to start trading away. We still have 2 slots available. Pheasantipity we could see to get up a little bit more card draw. But right now Dez is, like I said, set up like last game in that winning position. Soon to be double Diplin, double Thwacky, Shaman, Seeking. But now we're utilizing Seeking a lot more than we were the Diplin with trying to get a good amount of card draw. Have yet to get a second Diplin onto the field, though. We have been discarding it. We do have the Sacred Ash. Unless that was the Applin we discarded. Maybe that was the Applin. Either way. Hopefully we can grab up our second Diplin. That way Dez gets that same thing. Gerardo needs to disrupt this board state. Needs to somehow just kind of shake it around, get rid of a couple pieces, make it a little less consistent as it is right now. We have the Zekrom. We didn't have that last time. With our Pecharunt. We're just going to pass the turn. Dez goes to turn here, drawing a card. Air Balloon onto our Seeking. Brave Bangle onto our Diplin with an energy attached. The time to do the wave. Free retreat. And boss the Petch up. Attempting to knock this thing out. Best we can. Going to be able to do 200 to it without grass weakness. I believe Petch has the grass weakness. It has a fighting weakness, not a grass weakness. Yeah, it's a dark type with a fighting. Never mind. Either way. Fighting type weakness here, so we're at least going to be able to knock out the Petch with double attack. It's going to be doing 130 damage. Dez could try to go for a 3 pies here, but does not. Instead, we're just going to knock out the Fez and grab up 2 prize cards. She's at 2 left right now. Eveltal. Knockout. There we go. They're too locked in to do their prize cards here. Alright, start trading away. And do it again. Alright, I'll stand up. I'm a little shrimped. I'm like leaned in, focused. Night stretcher. Grab up our Veltal and play it once again. Or kind of go back to the good old clutching. Transformation Tome. Moving the Zekrom out for the Pecharunt. Catching up a Dark Energy onto the Veltal. And Speepy up for energy onto Zoroark. Boss up the Shaman, promote the Yveltal. And we clutch once again. Can't get rid of this Festival Grounds anymore, at least not at the moment. Do not have a Ends Castle. We've already seen the switch. We've already seen the Kieran. Now Gerardo truly has this Shaman in Yveltal's clutches. So, Dez just passes. Gerardo is going to trade away a card, drawing 2. Probably going to see this doing once again. Figure out what to discard. There we go. Trade away Binding Mochi. An Ends PP up. I think that was a Darmanitan. Clutch again. Up to 6 counters. 1 clutch away from knockout. Dez back over. Still retreat locked. We need to get rid of it somehow. I think, unfortunately, Dez just draws and passes. Waiting for this Shaman to get knocked out. Gerardo was able to bounce back this Yveltal in order to continue. Perseverance, I say. Perseverance for Gerardo. Persistence, even. Wants this Shaman gone, and he wants to use the Yveltal to knock it out. And Gerardo scoops it up, just saying, you got it. You got it. Could not quite get the boss's orders. Boss orders was prized away for Gerardo, so he couldn't control the board quite there. And that is Dez continuing the undefeated streak, going back to back player. Here we go. The undefeated streak has tied twice, 402 in the Swiss rounds. Now has gone 602 going into the finals of Pokemon Pokestop Invitational. We'll be right back. Again, thank you to the sponsors, Darkside Games, Trading Card Garage, Legacy, Little Spectacles, Many Realms, and Sweet Pulls. We'll be right back for our finals, round 9 of Pokemon Pokestop Invitational. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned in. Alrighty, everyone. It is time for the finals of the Pokestop Invitational Las Vegas tournament. Dez versus Anthony Sasso taking it over against Alec Freza in last round with a Dragapult EX versus that Zoroark. All Zoroarks have been knocked out. We are left with a single Dragapult and the festival lead underdog putting in work. Both of them are taking a look at the deck list. They are 2 minutes, of course, to check a look at each other's deck list to get an idea of what's going on. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you guys so much for being here, guys. This is a big moment for Vegas, for the Vegas Pokemon community. Pokestop, thank you guys so much for coming to Natural 20, both in person to have it as a hosting location and online for us to host the stream for it. The Pokestop community is a wonderful community of all of the Las Vegas Pokestop community is a wonderful community of all of the Vegas locals here for Pokemon, and we are here for it. Thank you guys also. Thank you guys so much as well for our sponsors here tonight, pitching in boxes, packs, ETBs, a bunch of fun stuff here. Let me go through them and list them out here. It's been a long night, and we are finally arriving at the end. Almost there, as we have the Titans against themselves. Thank you again, Darkside Games, Trading Card Garage, Legacy, Trading Cards and Sports Cards, Little Spectacles, Many Realms Hub, Many Realms Arena, Many Realms Lair, and Sweet Pulls. Again, thank you guys. Every sponsor you see here on these playmats, as you guys can see, as the board is cleared at the moment, every sponsor here is going to be selling these playmats. Of course, feel free to go on ahead to your favorite store, to your favorite LGS, your home LGS, and grab up a playmat for this commemorative event here. All right, Dez, Anthony, good luck to both of them. They have deserved this top slot. They have guaranteed themselves 2 boxes here already. And then the top slot's going to get a 151 ETB. 151 ETB. All right, Dez puts down and face down. Put the cards spread out, face down. Good luck. Good luck. 1:15, an hour 15. They are going to start. We have a Dreepy versus Applin. Dez is going to go ahead and start us off for the first turn here. Being top slot, deciding to go first. Grookey, we're going to put on our Grookey. Bug catching set, grabbing up a Diplin. 2 Diplins, flicking our Applin back towards us to our bench. Let's do a Buddy Buddy Poffin. Away we go. We're going to get some Diplins, get some Applins, get some Grookies onto our bench. There's a 1 Grookey. Here comes another. Unless we're grabbing up a Seeking or a Goldeen. Might be grabbing up Goldeen. Or 2 Grookies. Applin. Taking a count of our Pokemon right now. Doing a prize card check. Don't forget to, guys, by the way, practice your prize card checking, all right? You know what you need to do at home? You guys need to shuffle. You guys need to set aside 6 cards, face them down, and then look through your deck and decide and find out what those 6 cards are. Do your best to try to find out and time yourself. Try to time yourself. Trying to get the idea how unlucky you might get. How unlucky you can get if a lot of your basics are prized away and you're running on fumes. All right, Dez is going to grab up a Relor and a Grookey. Grookey, of course, being the first evolution of Thwackey. Thwackey is the titular engine for it. We search it up with a Pokepad here. Thwackey with that Boom Boom Groob. If your lead Pokemon has Festival Lead, then you can search your deck for any card once per turn. Anthony Sasso starting us off with a Buddy Buddy Poffin, grabbing up a Dreepy and another Dreepy onto the bench. There they are. Dreepy in the front, 2 Dreepy in the back. Probably grabbing up, we can probably start grabbing up a Dracloak at this point and evolve our front line. If we evolve our front line, we can start taking a look through. I know Sasso right now is taking a look, seeing how much energy we have in the deck. Do we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That's kind of slim for energy. That is very slim for energy. Hopefully we got some in our hand. We do have 1 in our hand, 2 in our hand, 3 in our hand. But they're dark type, so 2 of them are dark type. So we have 6 of our Dragapult energy, 2 of our Monkey Dory energy. Pokepad for another Dreepy or an Yveltal. And Yveltal to get ready for perhaps the Raylor for the Rabsca to come on out at some point. That way we can knock it out as fast as possible. Dez has everything ready for 2 Thwackies to come on board and a Dipplin. 2 Thwackies with a Dipplin, you pretty much have everything set up to start dealing some good damage. Yveltal is going to be grabbed first here with the Pokepad. Don't need another Dreepy quite yet. Want to start thinking ahead. We saw the Relor on the field and thought, right, Rabsca is going to be a problem against Dragapult's damage counter idea. Anything presents cut. All right. We attach an energy onto our backline, Dreepy, and pass the turn. Dez draws. Dez plays out that Dipplin, plays out the Thwackey, plays out Lilies to get a fresh 8. None of the other cards we can play out here quite effectively. Might as well try to get the other Thwackey or a Rabsca. There we go, 8. Got a switch here. Ready for when that clutch comes in. Do have that free switch. There's our Thwackey. There's our energy. And we're going to Pokepad here. We're grabbing up the Rabsca now. There it is, the Rabsca. You guys have seen these other cards. We haven't seen a Rabsca in a little bit, so these Rabsca Spherical Shield prevent all damage and effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to your benched Pokemon. So all of the damage counters that Phantom Dive does is negated by Rabsca's ability. Dez, Buddy Buddy Poffins for 2 more Applins onto the field. Get it ready for when or if this Dipplin does get knocked out. And we have our Festival Ground. Going to be able to do a knockout on this Dreepy and a knockout on maybe another Dreepy or the Yveltal at this point. We have 2 energies, a Dark Bell, and a Crushing Hammer in hand. If only Yveltal was 100 HP. If only. It is 110 HP with a weakness to lightning. Not even the grass type, like a lot of other dark types. A lot of other dark types in the meta. So we're not going to choose to damage it, just in case Dez knows that a Monkey Dory could come to the field at any point. Anthony's going to Crispin. Okay, our Psychic. Attached onto Yveltal? No. He has no dark type energy in the deck. His only 2 is in the hand at the moment. So we grab up Fire type and a Psychic type. Do we have to attach 1, I believe, onto it? That's Crispin's a May. Okay, I put one of them in here and attach the other one to your Pokemon. But one of them does have to attach. So we're going to attach it onto the Dreepy. Nope. Yeah, attach it onto the Dreepy. The other one, we're going to play for turn onto Yveltal. Don't have the clutch here yet. We're going to retreat for free here and pass. Or we attack and then pass. Back over to Dez. Has almost the full board, but instead of the Seeking Shaman combo that we saw, we have another Diplin and Ravska instead. Dark Bells don't have effect here? Perhaps. Yeah, that Festival Ground's quite impressive. Need some way of bumping it. Team Rocket's Watchtower, Battle Cage, stuff like that. Or not Battle Cage. Battle Cage is the way to stop us. Team Rocket's Watchtower or the Ruins. Risky Ruins. I know a lot of Dreepy decks play Risky Ruins. Blacky's going to go ahead and search for 2 cards here. Gladios this turn might be over. Maybe. Evolve into our Diplins. We have full Diplins here. We're just going to do the knockout. Move up the Yveltal. And then do 100 onto the Yveltal. Draw for turn. Is this something? We have the Dracloak. Dracloak number 1. We have at least some type of card draw, some type of card selection. Looks like we have Boss's Orders and Pokepad. Grab up the bosses, attach a Dark Energy. And boss up the Thwacky. Dez has the switch in hand. We already saw that. And we clutch Thwacky. Draw. Show the switch. And go into game 2. That is Dez game 1, as no prize cards was taken. Just a strict board wipe from Anthony here. To Anthony here. Not even, like, just over 10 minutes into the game. Absolutely fast matches here. Festival lead taking names against Dragapult. One of the top meta decks played worldwide. Yeah, not worldwide. Maybe worldwide? I don't know. The Japanese meta can be sometimes a lot different from ours. By the way, as they get ready for their game 2, that was a great match to see from both of them. Anthony really trying to build there for that clutch. That's pretty much what a lot of these people have been playing. A lot of the people against Dez have been playing is the clutch, trying to get rid of the like silver bullet card that Dez is running, the Rabska, the Shaman, or anything else like that. Still on our break, assuming game 1's done. Game 1 is done. Yeah. So a lot of these players here, of course, are going to be trying to go for this clutch gameplay, but Dez, I think, tries to plan ahead of that, knowing that they're going to go for the Yveltal clutch, the Yveltal retreat lock. So Dez gets prepared with Kieran's and switches ahead of time, or at least the best she can. We're going to show a mulligan here. Dez is going to get a free card. Do we have another basic? And that's another free mulligan, another free card for Dez. It's in the cards right now. And that's another 3 cards. Oh my word, another mulligan. 3 whole cards at the start of Dez's turn. 4 included the draw for turn. What in the world? What is going on? This lead is hard for pull. Yeah, Festival lead is a little hard. We have another basic. We have the Yveltal. We can Yveltal at the start. That is a basic Pokemon. There we are. This takes the 3. Growing Grass Energy. Okay. Fist Bump and Flip. Got the Dreepy on the back. Festival leads the meta killer right now. Getting rid of both Zoroarks and Dragapult right now. Can Anthony turn it around for himself? Look bad for another Dreepy. Ultra Ball. Starting a Pult and the Dunsparce for a Jerkloak. Prepared for it to evolve next turn. And we do a prize check. Passing the turn over to Dez. Dez is going to start out with a bug catching set. Looking at top 7. Looks like we're going to grab up Grookey and a basic Grass Energy. This is the most important round ever. True, the finals are very important. See who gets the top slot. Alright. Energy. On to Applin. And we pass the turn. Grookey's are ready to evolve into Thwacky. Next turn, Anthony has 2 Dracloaks out. As we Pokepad for a Badoo, we're going to try to stop items from being used all day, every day. To be fair, I mean, lead is very item heavy. That's what we've seen with like secret boxes and all the ways of searching for the Pokemon here, bug catching set, Pokepads, and all that. You need to be able to get these non-rules box, these 1 prize Pokemon into our hand in order to get them out and started. Gonna make it a little slower. With Thwacky, we can pivot around it and going for a heavier supporter type of game plan. But for right now, got Badoo out. Buddy Poffin. Farming up another couple of Dreepies here and probably a Dunsparce. There's a Dreepy. And we sort of failed to find the other card. We're just going to keep the Dreepy. Dracloak. First recon directive. Looks like we grab up the Night Stretcher. Couldn't see the other card. Kept it nice and secret for us. It's a surprise. I believe it's a Lilies. We put up and attach a Fire Energy on to Dracloak. Attack with a Crushing Hammer. The specialty of the deck, heads, and we discard it. We are trying to deny some resources here. Buddy Poffin, no energy here. No more energy in Dez's hand either. I didn't see any. Unless there was a Growing Grass energy. Yeah, it looks almost like an item. We do not have another energy in hand. We're just going to Itchy Pollen. No items here. As we go to turn, we're going to play out a Goldeen, play out Thwacky, play out Diplet. We have our Festival Grounds at hand. We can at least use that. We do have the energy. Okay, it was in the back. We do have the energy here. Start doing some attacking. Start getting rid of this Badoo. We're going to attach for turn. We also have a Growing Grass energy to beef up our Pokemon here. Thwacky, first search. Grabbing up a Lilies. Festival Ground. Lilies. Could try to see like a Brave Bandle be put onto if we fill up our bench, we could try to see a Brave Bandle be put onto Diplin. That way we can do a double knockout of Badoo and a Veltal. I'm not sure if Saso would be putting up the Veltal in that case. So he'll probably just sack the Dreepy to it instead. But that forces the hand. It's only on EX. Oh yeah, it's on EX. You're right. So she has to wait for Dragapult to come down. Why am I thinking about this? It's guys. I don't know if you guys see the time for the. You can't blame me, all right. I don't know if you guys see the session. We're in our 12th hour. We are in our 12th hour of live, so I'm a little cooked after seeing so much Pokemon. Either way, we could also try to see a hand dump We see the Brave Bandle in hand. We can try to see a hand dump into the final battle here, the Gladios. But we knock out one Pokemon, get the Yveltal up. Ultra Ball away. Buddy, and an energy. Evolve. We now have our triple cloak here, getting through our deck quite fast every turn. Let's start doing that. Look at the top two, get to the bottom. We already used our other two here. Get a Night Treasure. And we evolve into our Dragapult. Now online and ready to start dealing some damage. Monkey Dory. And a Lilies. Luckily, Dez, I guess, prepared for this with that Lilies here. Really good draws into this one, as we have the Brave Bandle for the Dragapult EX, and as well as what looks to be a Gladios' final battle as well. Not too shabby of a hand. Need a way of dumping it, though. There we go. Dragapult knocking out the Grookey, knocking out, putting damage onto the Grookey and knocking out the Seeking. Or Thwack. We move up the Grookey with a Thwacky on board. No Festival lead Pokemon to start searching. Alright, we're going to the final game. Going to the final game. It's 1-1. 50 minutes left. They can take their time with this last game. Dez needs to get an early control to ensure the win, and Anthony needs to stop that. Be able to try to knock out some stuff. Or stall as best he can. That way he can get Dragapult and start knocking down the house. Festival lead has a lot of very low HP Pokemon. I mean, Diplet itself is only about 90. Sorry, 80. Festival lead is even worse than I thought. 80 HP there. So it's very Glass Cannon-y. But we don't have rocks to throw at the glass house. Dez is kind of in. Then unfortunately, Dez will run away with the game and with the top slot. See if Anthony has it in the cards to get that early game stall or early game Pult. Start dealing with the board, or if Dez, with the very quick deck that this is, can get the board state to have every tool she needs to get through it. And we start drawing, even with Dez's 3 mulligans here, could not quite get there. Dez is going to give Sasso a card here. Mulligan number 1. Alright, Dez is going to start with a Shaman up front. Got our prize cards. Good luck. Fist bump, flip, Monkey Dory, Shaman. We attach and pass the turn. Dez throws down the cards. No. Yeah. Buddy. Anthony is seeing his window here. Take a look. Count through all for our energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 8. I think there was one in the back that I skipped. Not counting the ones in his hand here. Badoo. Let's go. It's Yule. Hey, what's up, Yule? Got a Dreepy. Got a Badoo. Got an Ultra Ball. For the Meowth into a Lilies, but before we Lilies, let's attach our Monkey Dory energy for turn. Start shuffling away, get an 8. Could see a Badoo lock here if Dez doesn't get a... If Dez doesn't get a supporter, doesn't get a Lilies here, we could see a Badoo lock. There's our 8. Retreat for turn, put up the Badoo, and Itchy Pollen. Well, before that. No. We have the Veltal. Play the Veltal? No. Itchy Pollen. 10 damage. And we drew a Bosses. With... It's also having 2 energy in hand. And we're attacking. We're attacking with the Shaman. We are attacking with Shaman, knocking it out, keeping the Shaman up with 7 HP. Is this KO? This KO. We evolve into We evolve into Dracloak. This could be KO here with the Dracloak. Just needs a Crispy to win. True. Probably what he's searching for right now. Pokepad. You have a Lilies to try to get it, or no? Never mind. We don't have a Lilies. Oh, we have a Dragapult. We have a Dracloak. Recon Directive. Drac hits for 90, 70. Dragon Headbutt 70 damage. Still enough to knock out right now. And Shaman is 80. But it has a damage counter on it. Has a damage counter from Badoo. Night Stretcher up the Badoo. And we Lilies. No Crispin. No Crispin. As looks like it's going to be able to get another turn. It's like you're asking, isn't Shannon 80? It's like you're asking the age of some woman. Isn't Aunt Shannon in like her 80s? And we knock out one of the energy. We're going to promote Badoo, retreating Dracloak, and we're going to Itchy Pollen again. Alright, Dez, we draw. We get a Pokepad. We have a bosses. Boss up Meowth. And passing the turn. Tez is just wasting away Anthony's turns right now, trying to make it so that way he's only using energy to retreat instead of setting up the board, setting up his Dragapults. They are 1-1 right now. You can see right next to their nameplates, there's these little squares. One's white, one's gray. The white ones mean they have taken a game. The gray ones mean that they have yet to take that game. Right now they're 1-1. Very, very heated matchup. Nope. Dracloak. Dracloak. Yet to see the crisp. Can't really use crispy right now anyways. Dracloak third. And attaching energy retreat for the Badoo. Crushing Hammer, let's see. That is an odds. That is unfortunately not a energy off. Back over to Dez. Surely we can get him now. Dez passes, drawing into a Thwacky. Attach an energy and evolve. That is Anthony Sasso getting the Invitational here. Absolutely crazy. Was able to get it right there. Absolutely amazing show from everyone. Oh my word. Good job. Good job. Good job. Anthony Sasso gets it.